שבועות קיבלנו התורה, נודה לאלוקים זו מתנה נפלאה. בחג שבועות נלבש לבן, את התורה קיבלנו ברובם. בחג שבועות קיבלנו התורה, נודה לאלוקים זו מתנה נפלאה. בחג שבועות נלבש לבן, את התורה קיבלנו ברובם.
Hi everybody, my name is Shiri, and I love the Torah. We have met before, and I'm so happy to be back with all of my friends. Are you ready for Torah time? Are you ready? Let's begin introducing Morah, Dena. Hello, Shiri. I'm so happy to see you back here with all of our friends, learning, living, and loving the Torah. Shiri, I have a surprise for you. Let's kiss the Torah together. Whoa, give the Torah a big huggy. You love Torah, and we do too. Raise your hand if you love Torah. Raise your hand if you love Torah. Well, Shiri, we're so happy to see you here today. You haven't been for a long time together with us. I know, Morah, I've been very busy, but here I am today, and I'm so happy to be back with all of my friends. Well, Shiri, have a seat, and let's begin Torah time. Are you ready, Shiri? Let's begin. Let's begin. Shiri, get ready to go. The books of the Torah, the books of the Torah. There are 5. Give me 5. There are 5. Bereshis, Shemos, Vayikra. Bereshis, Shemos, Vayikra. Bamidbar Devarim. Bamidbar Devarim. The Parsha of the week is none other than Parshas Yisro. Yisro is a very exciting Parsha. As you remember from last week, the Bnei Yisrael are out of Mitzrayim. They came out in the month of Nisan, the 15th of Nisan. They got the man on the 15th of Iyar, and now it is the month of Sivan. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in Parshas Yisro. We learn that Moshe Rabbeinu goes back to Midian, and in Midian he meets up with Yisro. He goes to visit his father-in-law because Moshe is married to Yisro's daughter Tzipporah. And Moshe, as you remember, Yisro has 7 names, and Moshe invites Yisro to join him. But Yisro says, that's okay, I'm not going to join you now, Moshe. Maybe later. But Moshe, it seems like you are working very, very, very hard. Moshe, you are working too hard, and you're going to get too tired taking care of the Bnei Yisrael. Moshe, I have a good idea for you. And what is Yisro's idea? Yisro's idea is to appoint 12 very important men, 1 from each Shevet, 1 from Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zvulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef, and Binyamin. Pick 1 very important person from every Shevet, and if anyone has a question or a problem, let them go to that person, and that person can possibly answer the question. If they cannot, then they should go to Moshe. And this way, Moshe has 12 helpers, 1 for each Shevet, and Moshe will not get so worn down taking care of the Bnei Yisrael. Moshe loves that idea, and he davens to Hashem. And Hashem says, yes, that's a good idea, Moshe. Pick a person from every Shevet, and that way Bnei Yisrael can go to that person in each of their tribes, in each of their Shevatim, and ask their question. If they don't have the answer, they definitely can go to Moshe. So here are the 12 Shevatim, the 12 important people. Moshe loves that answer. But Moshe says, are you sure, Yisro, you don't want to join us right now? And Yisro says, not right now. Some rabbis say that he joined up later on with the Bnei Israel. And some rabbis say that he never joined and he stayed in Midian, teaching people the greatness of Hashem. Moshe said goodbye to his father-in-law. Right now, he's got to get back to the Bnei Yisrael. There's Yisro. Bye-bye, says Moshe. Moshe is married to his daughter, Tzipporah. So here we are. The Bnei Yisrael got out of Egypt, Mitzrayim, on the 15th of Nisan, Tesvav Nisan. They got the man a month later on the 15th of Iyar. And we learned they received the Torah on the 6th of Sivan. But before Hashem gave the Torah to the Bnei Yisrael, Hashem needed to find a spot to give the Torah on. First of all, when it was time to give the Torah, the Malachim, the angels of Hashem, the Medrash says that the angel said, Hashem, let us keep the Torah for us. Please don't give it to the people. The people will not take good care of the Torah. Could that be true, everybody out there? Do you try your best to take care of the Torah and learn and live and love the Torah? I hope we do. But Hashem says to the Malachim, the Torah is for the people. The Torah is for the people to connect with Hashem. That is why I created the world, for the people to learn, live, and love the Torah. So now Hashem needs to find a spot to give the Torah on. Where, oh where, is Hashem going to choose? Hashem looks around at the desert, and Hashem sees lots of mountains. Where, oh where, is the Torah going to be given on? Where, oh where, is the Torah going to be given on? Hashem looks at all the mountains, so many different mountains there. And Hashem sees a very tall mountain. And the tall mountain says to Hashem, Hashem, choose me. I am so tall. I am the greatest mountain of all. Choose me. I should be the one to get the Torah on me. And Hashem says, no, tall mountain. You are bragging. You may not get the Torah on you. No, tall mountain. No way. Then Hashem sees a rounded, wide mountain. And this wide mountain says to Hashem, the Medrash says, Hashem, give the Torah on me. I am so wide. I am the best mountain of all. I am the widest mountain of all. You're going to want to choose me, Hashem. Choose me. And Hashem says, no, wide mountain. You are bragging too. You think you are so wide. You think you are so great. You may not get the Torah on you. I am looking for a mountain that does not brag. Suddenly Hashem looks around the desert, and Hashem sees a pointy mountain. And this pointy mountain says to Hashem, Hashem, choose me. I am so pointy. I am the best mountain of all. Choose me. I have the best point. And a point is a great place to get the Torah on. Choose me. And Hashem says, sorry, pointy mountain. It cannot be you. You think you are great because you are pointy. I cannot give the Torah on you. Sorry. You are bragging too. And Hashem sees a craggly mountain with a lot of craggles on it. And the craggly mountain says, Hashem, choose me. I am so craggly. I am so craggly and great. Choose me. I am the place to give the Torah on. Choose me, Hashem. And Hashem says, sorry, craggly mountain. It cannot be you. You think you are so great. You are not the greatest of all because you are bragging. Oh, where is Hashem going to choose? Where, oh where is Hashem going to choose? Let's look around and see with my special sparkly cowboy hat, cowgirl hat. Oh. Suddenly Hashem sees in the desert a small little brown hill. And this small little brown hill says, Hashem will never choose me. I am so small. I am not the greatest mountain of all. This mountain's name was Har Sinai. Har Sinai. And this little mountain said, I am just like full of sand and mud. Hashem will never choose me. No way. I am not so great. I am not the greatest mountain of all. And that's when Hashem looked around the desert and Hashem said, guess what? You, Har Sinai, you will be the place to get the Torah on you, because you are not talking about how great you are. You are the greatest mountain of all because you are so humble. Hashem looks for people who are humble, who are great, but don't walk around bragging that they're so great. And that was Har Sinai. Take a peek. And as soon, look at the rest of the mountains. They do not look very happy, do they? No, they do not. And as soon as Hashem chose Har Sinai, suddenly that little brown hill blossomed forth with beautiful grass and flowers and became a gorgeous Har Sinai among all the rest. Look at that mountain, how beautiful, beautiful Har Sinai. Humble, humble is the word. Now Hashem has a place to give the Torah on, but who is Hashem going to give the Torah to? This Torah needs to go to a special people. A special people. Give it a kiss, everybody. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Mwah! We love Torah. Hashem looks around at all the people, and Hashem says, which people are going to get the Torah? Which people are going to get the Torah? Hashem goes up to the nation of the police team, and Hashem says to the police team, would you like my Torah, police team? And the police team then asked, Hashem, what does it say inside your Torah, Hashem? What does it say inside your Torah? And Hashem says, well, it says in the Torah that you must keep Shabbos Kodesh. You must keep Shabbos holy, holy, holy. And the police team said, no way. We don't like Shabbos. Take the Torah away. Take it away. We'll never keep it. No way. Then Hashem went up to the Edom, the nation of Edom. And Hashem said, Edom people, would you like my Torah? And the people of Edom said, Hashem, what does it say inside your Torah? What does it say inside your Torah, Hashem? And Hashem says, well, it says in the Torah that you're not allowed, that you must honor your father and your mother. You must respect your parents, your Abba and your Ima. And the nation of Edom said, what? We never listen to our father and our mother. Take the Torah away. We don't want it. And Hashem said, you're right, you're not going to have it. Then Hashem went up to the most wicked nation of all, and this is where Haman comes from. And it was none other than the wicked nation of Amalek. And Hashem says, Amalek, would you like my Torah? And the people of Amalek said, what does it say inside your Torah, Hashem? And Hashem says, well, it says in the Torah, you are not allowed to kill people. You are not allowed to kill people. And they said, what? Our favorite thing to do is to kill, kill, kill. We love to kill people. Take the Torah away. Hashem said, oh my, who am I going to give the Torah to? Who? Hashem went up to the Bnei Yisrael. The Bnei Yisrael. The Bnei Yisrael. Hey, that's you and me. That's you and me. And Hashem said, Bnei Yisrael, would you like my Torah? And the Bnei Yisrael said to Hashem, they did not even ask a question. All the other nations asked the question, what does it say inside the Torah? But not the Bnei Yisrael. They said two magical words, and it wasn't abracadabra. It wasn't abracadabra. What were the two magical words that the Bnei Yisrael said? They said, Na'aseh v'nishma. First we will keep the Torah, and then we'll find out what's inside the Torah. We will keep it because we love you, Hashem. We will keep the Torah, and then we will find out what's inside it. Na'aseh v'nishma, the two magical words that the Bnei Yisrael said. And as soon as they said that, Hashem took two golden crowns. And Hashem crowned us, that's you and me, crowned us, the Bnei Yisrael, with two crowns. One says Na'aseh, and one says V'nishma. And folks, we are wearing it today. Touch your crowns on your head. Touch it. You and I are wearing the crowns. that we wore at Har Sinai that say Na'aseh v'nishma. You may not see the crowns, but they are there because we are the Bnei Yisrael. We said Na'aseh v'nishma. We will keep the Torah, and then we'll find out what's inside the Torah. Look at those magical crowns, Na'aseh v'nishma. That's you and me. It's a picture of you and me. Isn't that a great picture of you and me? Moshe climbed up on Har Sinai, and Moshe began the work of creating the luchos. And of course, for the first set of luchos, Moshe watched. Moshe was the closest to Hashem. Moshe went up on Har Sinai and watched how Hashem carved out the luchos, fire on sapphire, fire on sapphire, fire and sapphire. And whichever way the luchos turned, they were right side up. If they were upside down, they were right side up. If they were backwards, they were forwards. If they were the other way, they were always miracles of miracles. Fire on sapphire, carved by Hashem, watched by Moshe. And Hashem said, Moshe, you must put a fence around the Har Sinai, because anyone who touches it, bad news. No one's allowed to touch the mountain. So Moshe commanded a fence be put up around Har Sinai, and Yehoshua and Aharon were the guards at the bottom of the mountain. They guarded the mountain to make sure no one would touch it, while Moshe worked on the luchos, watching Hashem create them. Here we go on the third day of Sivan. On the third day of Sivan is the day Hashem commanded Moshe to command the Bnei Yisrael, time to get ready to get the Torah. Take a haircut, change your clothing, take a shower, take a bath, get ready to receive the most precious present of all, the Torah. On the third day of Sivan, the Bnei Yisrael started getting ready by changing their clothing. Remember, they wore the same clothing the whole time they were slaves in Mitzrayim. In Egypt, they wore the same clothing. If they got bigger, the clothing got bigger. If they got smaller, thinner, the clothing got thinner. If it never got old or dirty or torn. It was a miracle from Hashem. But now Hashem says, get ready to get the Torah. You must change your clothing. Take a bath, take a shower, take a haircut. Get ready to receive the most precious present of all. And what's that? You got it, Torah. Give it a kiss, give it a kiss, give it a kiss. Here's the Bnei Yisrael changing, haircut, changing, bathing, showering, getting ready to receive the most precious present of all. And on Gimel Sivan, the Bnei Yisrael, they started to get a little bit scared. Why? Because Har Sinai started rumbling. Rumble, 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 rumble. Why was it rumbling? Because of the holiness of the mountain. The holiness. And there's Yehoshua and Aaron at the bottom of the mountain. And look at Har Sinai rumbling. Getting ready to give the Torah, to have the Bnei Yisrael receive the Torah. And now here we go. Here we come. None other than that morning of Gimel Sivan. They got changed. But we know Bnei Yisrael were supposed to come on Vav Sivan. The 6th day of Sivan is the day the Bnei Yisrael were supposed to come out of their beds and come quickly to Har Sinai to get ready to receive the most precious present of all. And what did the Bnei Yisrael do? They slept late in their beds. They needed to be woken by Aharon. Yoshua, wake up! Run to Har Sinai! And when they ran to Har Sinai, we learn unbelievable things happened. Miracles from Hashem every second. Take a peek. Any person who came to Har Sinai who had a broken leg or a broken arm or who was blind or who could not hear, was deaf, any person who was sick, who was not well, was cured by Har Sinai. Was cured by Har Sinai. Hashem at Har Sinai cured all those who needed to get well. Har Sinai had the holiness. The people gathered around Har Sinai. And folks, think about it. Because around the world now, we have hospitals that people go to. As a matter of fact, our daughters were born in a hospital in Baltimore called Sinai Hospital. Why do you think hospitals name their hospital Sinai Hospital after Har Sinai? Because Har Sinai was a curing place, was a place where people got cured. from whatever sickness they had. They were cured. So if a person goes into the hospital, we of course know that the hospital wants people to get cured and better. So many hospitals around the world are named Sinai Hospital. Look at the Bnei Yisrael gathered in front of Har Sinai. There they are, gathered in front of Har Sinai. And take a look. They were shaking because it was such a sight. Thunder, lightning, and we learned that thunder and lightning was so loud that the thunder was loud enough that they could see the thunder and hear the lightning. That's pretty loud. Not only that, they heard the sound of malachim singing to Hashem. Not only that, they heard the shofar calling, Tekiah Gedola, and then silence broke out. What are these hearts? What are these hearts? What are these hearts? These hearts are neshamos. These hearts are you and me. We were all at Har Sinai. We were there saying Na'aseh v'nishma. Take a look at this sight. Bnei Yisrael in front of Har Sinai, waiting to receive the most precious present of all, the Torah. Waiting to receive the most precious present of all, the Torah. And there is the Bnei Yisrael in front of Har Sinai, waiting to receive the Torah. Take a look at you and me. This is us, our neshamos. We are in front of Har Sinai too. Take a look at this sight. What a beautiful sight. As soon as the silence was, thunder, lightning stopped. The sound of the shofar stopped. And all the Bnei Yisrael stood in front of Har Sinai, waiting to hear the voice of the one above, the voice of the King of all kings, the voice of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the voice of Hashem, God. And take a look what happens. The voice of Hashem comes out and says, I am Hashem, the creator of the world. There is no other Hashem except for me. I am the Hashem that put the Bnei Yisrael into Mitzrayim. I am the Hashem that took you out of Mitzrayim. And as soon as the Bnei Yisrael heard the voice of Hashem, we learned that they fell down in a faint. Some people say they even look at the Bnei Yisrael from the awesome voice of Hashem. And the Malachim said, Hashem, look what has happened to your people. And the Medrash says that Hashem sent around the Malachim with baskets of tal. And it woke them up, the tal, the dew, on their faces. And they woke up and they said, Hashem, we are too scared to hear your voice. We are too scared. Please let Moshe teach us the Torah. Please let Moshe teach it to us. Please, please, Hashem. And Hashem said, Bnei Yisrael, I am going to teach you the first 4 of the Luchos, and Moshe will teach you the rest. But the first 4 will be given over by Hashem, the creator of the world. And if you notice, the people at Har Sinai were shaking back and forth. They were so scared. Sometimes you will see people in shul. When they are davening, they are rocking back and forth. Why? Because it is like they are standing in front of Har Sinai. The next time you're in shul and you see someone with kavanah davening like this, some people stand still, some people rock back and forth or sway. It is like we are in front of Har Sinai. Because guess what? When we are davening, it is like we're in front of Har Sinai. We are in front of the King of all kings, Hashem. Now take a look at Moshe, the Bnei Yisrael going, whoa, we are so scared. This is on the 6th day of Sivan, the 6th day of Sivan. And we learn, here are the Luchos. There are 10, and of course 613 mitzvos of the Torah. Here are the 10 Luchos on sapphire, fire on sapphire, 10 Luchos. Now some of them you may know, and some of them you may not. Of course you know, I am Hashem. We do not say the name of Hashem in vain. Of course we learn to honor and keep the Shabbos Kodesh. We learn to respect, honor our father and mother. We learn never steal. We learn to marry the right way. We learn to, of course, never want other people's things. We learn all kinds of things. What does it mean? Covet means be jealous. These are all amazing luchos that we can always learn, live, and love. These are the luchos that were given to us by Hashem, the King of the world. And the 613 mitzvos. I'm going to show you a picture of two of the luchos. One of them is very, 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 they're all important in their own way, in their own right. Of course, we learn to honor and keep the Shabbos Kodesh. Now, think about how we keep the Shabbos Kodesh. Whether you're 4 years old or 104 years old, we can all do our best to keep Shabbos holy. What can we put into our lives to make Shabbos even holier? If you're 4 years old, you can wear your Shabbos shoes. If you're 104 years old, you can wear your Shabbos shoes. If you're 4 years old, you can wear your Shabbos dress or your Shabbos suit. If you're 104 years old, you can wear your Shabbos clothing too. If you have special food, make it special for Shabbos. Yummy food. Enjoy saying Divrei Torah, words of Torah on Shabbos. And of course, one day we will all be able to all go back to shul, hopefully soon. Some of you are already going back to shul. Some of you, we hope, will go back to shul soon. Of course, there's so many wonderful things to do on Shabbos, like enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy being together, enjoy resting on Shabbos. Because what did Hashem do on Shabbos? Hashem rested on Shabbos from creating the world, and we rest on Shabbos too, whether you're 4 or 104. Over here, Morah Dena has Kibud Av Va'em. We learned Kabed es avicha v'yasimecha. Respect your father and mother. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, whether you're 4 or 104? That in our own way, we can do it even better. We can be the best we can be with respecting and honoring our parents. Do we give them their special seat? Do we offer them a drink first? Do we stand up for our parents? If your parents say something to do, can we listen to what they say? It all is very, very important to respect and honor our parents, because those are the ones who created you and me, our parents. We love our parents. We respect our parents. Morah Dena picked out 2. There are 10 luchos, and there are 613 mitzvos. And folks out there, this parsha of Parshas Yisro is truly how we became the Bnei Yisrael. When we said Na'aseh v'nishma, you and I became the Bnei Yisrael. Of course, in Mitzrayim, we were the chosen nation by Hashem. And we are still the chosen nation by Hashem. Whether you live in New York, whether you live in Eretz Israel, whether you live in California, whether you live in Atlanta, Georgia, whether you live in Florida, you are the ones who said Na'aseh v'nishma. We will keep the Torah. We will find out what's in the Torah by learning, loving, and keeping the Torah as best as we possibly can. We can do it. We can be the example for everyone in the world of being kind, caring, loving Torah people who love our friends, who love life, who live life to the very best. I wish you all an amazing Torah week, an amazing Torah life, because Torah is our life. Give it a kiss, everybody. Happy Parshas Yisro, and always live, love, and learn the Torah. Bye for now. Shalom, and have a wonderful Torah-filled week. Bye-bye. Shalom. Bye-bye, bye-bye. See you later, everybody. Isn't that gorgeous? Ha ha. Bye for now. Shalom.